Hey there YouTube, Mr. Fedora Man here. This is Chapter 13 of Fire on the Sacred Stones, Prince Ephraim's Path. So in this one we get little 2 additional units here that show up from the get-go. Now the important thing, there's actually something important about 2 of these units. One is the man, Jarek, or Garrick, whatever you want to call him. He is a mercenary, and it's the first mercenary we've seen on our side, so we get a mercenary on our side. So that's pretty nice. Now the other one is it Tethys? Tethys? I'm not quite sure how to pronounce it, because it's got like a random Y in there somewhere. But she is a dancer. Now a dancer is a unit that, if I haven't already explained, this is a unit that can go up to adjacent units and dance, which will give them their energy back and make it possible for them to use 2 turns. So when the sprite of your character gets grayed out, if you bring a dancer over there and dance for them, they'll get their energy back and they can have another turn. Or another move, I should say. So that's pretty sweet. Now the thing about Jarek, or should I call him Garrick? Garrick? Jarek? Jarek? I'll probably alternate, but as you can see when I go on him, look at this. He has got a hero's crest. I kind of freaked out a little bit because I remembered that. I was like, oh yeah, hero's crest. So my first priority actually was to get Jarek over to Joshua so I could trade and give Joshua the hero crest and turn Joshua into an assassin. Now I'm not really going to use Jarek, although he's a pretty good unit. But he does join rather late game. That's why some of the units that you get late game aren't as good as the early ones, because you got to train them up more when the ones that you already have are already trained. Now, as you can see, I turned Ewan into a shaman. Well, I don't know if you can see. You might have. Yeah, there he is. You can see him right there. I got him, I believe, to around level 17, 18, I believe. So he's very high leveled. And he should be getting his level 20 cap soon. And then I'll just need to find another guiding ring, and then I can change him into a druid, because druids are awesome. Although I might change him into a summoner, I don't know. Druids are cool, but we'll see, we'll see. Summoner would be a nice change to show you guys, because I don't think I've shown off the summoner yet. I don't know, we'll see, we'll see. Druids just look really cool to me, that's all. So I was trying to figure out here what to do, because one of the guys has a hand axe, the other one doesn't. And like I said, you have to see flux all the time. Now this is actually one of the longest chapters that we've seen so far. Recording wise, it is 4 parts, so this is the second part, as you no doubt can see. So currently we've had only 2 or 3 parts per chapter, and this one is 4, and subsequently they're going to get longer because you're getting further into the game. But this is chapter 13, so we've only got 14, 15, 16. So after this, we got 3 more to go, and then that'll be the end of this little side project. And then I will be thinking of, well, actually, I'm thinking right now what I want to do for Let's Play wise. I haven't, honestly, no idea. There's a whole hell of a lot of games out there, and I'm not quite sure. There also is a little announcement that I'll be making soon. I'm not quite sure when. I'll definitely let you guys know with a video. Hell, that announcement video might be out already by the time I post this, because I am obviously doing post commentary, so I do try to get as many of these episodes done as possible in a row, just so that I have some footage to fall back on when I'm not feeling well or I'm tired and not up to recording. That's all. It's, like I said before in the past, it's way, way easier to do post-commentary. Holy cow, man. Oof. So all you gotta do... oof, that was kind of gross. All you gotta do is have the video file, and then just a way to narrate yourself over it. Oh, look at that. Okay, so he was level 18, now he's level 19. Yeah, you just need the video, something to have... a way to narrate yourself, and then you're good. And I'm not quite impressed with Ewan's defense, actually. It's kind of pathetic, so I did use the dragon shield that he came with, because he did not gain any defense levels for really the almost the entire time I was leveling him up. He just started to get them at the later levels, which is I would have preferred him to have more defense. Actually, there's something to address in this chapter. The boss, Selena. She is actually, like, I think they said it might be in the next turn or so, but they say that she does not hesitate to strike at enemies away in the distance with her bolting tome. Now, the bolting tome is actually a very, very interesting tome. And there are different varieties of it in all the different, in the Trinity of Magic. There is a light version, there is a anima version, which is bolting, and then there's a dark version. Now, these are all, they're pretty accurate, and they're very, very long-range spells. But the thing is, the tome that you carry of it only has 5 uses. So otherwise, if it had like 10 uses or something, it'd be obscene. You could just go around if you were really accurate and hit a bunch of people from far away and then just move in afterwards. That's kind of the use for these long range tomes, is to take out enemies at afar and then use your front units to move up. But I do quite like using mages in the front. Sometimes it all depends really on what their stats are at that point. Although I really do like mage. I'm alright with all the like the cavaliers and the knights and whatnot. I'm alright with them, but I really do like the mages. The mages are one of my more favorite classes in this game, just because I like magic, which is why I like to, whenever I get the option to use magic, I will, because it's awesome. Not so awesome. It's not as magic is way more awesome than swinging around a weapon. I mean, come on, you get to summon shit or make magical stuff appear. I know that's terribly undescriptive, but I'm going with it. I'm rolling with it. We're doing good. Okie dokie. Now, as you can see, this is a mission where it's defeat the enemy, and I believe what they called it in some of the later games, or maybe even the earlier games, they called it rout enemy, which is to clear out all the enemies, to rout them so that you don't have any left. Now, the only problem with these kinds of missions is ones where reinforcements come very quickly, because you can easily take out 3 or 4 units a turn, enemy units that is, and then 3 or 4 or maybe 5 or 6 of them appear next turn, making what you did on that turn semi-useless, as now they have the same amount of numbers as they did on the last turn. Now, there are some reinforcements in this chapter which I believe are Pegasus Knights, so we'll have a little bit of aerial combat going on here. And as you can see, I started to split up my group here. I put Mulder into the left group, and then I put Arthur into the right group. And I'm so glad I made Arthur a sage, because holy Jesus. Well, I guess if I made him a bishop, either way he would have been able to have access to staffs, but it's awesome because I gave him a healing staff so that he could heal people when they need it. So that we have a healer on either side, which is great, because that means there's less chance that any unit will die. Because once a unit takes a lot of damage and doesn't have any healing items or a healer nearby, you kind of have to move them back a bit. Otherwise, terrible things could happen to them. And yes, this is where I take the hero crest and turn Joshua into an assassin. I was thinking Swordmaster, but I don't think I did assassin yet, so I wanted to show it off. And as you can see here, I don't even hesitate. And I'm like, Swordsmaster, assassin, go. But yeah, Joshua is in dire need of freaking leveling up. I'm a little disappointed with how this Joshua has turned out so far. He might get better. I'm not sure. But yes, now he's a level 1 assassin. So I'll definitely be training him up a little bit, because most of my units are at least level 10. Well, level 10 plus, so it'd probably be better to have him up there. Maybe he'll even gain some really good stats. You never know. And now that I'm looking back at it, Nemi actually doesn't have that good on the defense. She's alright with it, but then again, she's got a crap ton of HP, and she's still very powerful. That's like Gilliam, but I am actually really proud. Well, maybe not proud, because it's kind of randomly generated, but I'm very happy about the Gilliam that I got on this playthrough, because he has got a lot of HP, he's got a lot of attack power, like as in strength, he's got a lot of defense, and he's got pretty decent resistance as well. So he can actually go toe-to-toe with some pretty high-class mages in this game. So that makes me happy. As you will see demonstrated in this chapter, I actually use Gilliam to kind of soak up some of the bolting that Selena fires at us. Now here was kind of a little cluster going on. I wanted Ross to use his bow, and I didn't want to leave an opening though. I didn't want to move him forward on that first turn or the one turn that I used Tethys. I didn't want to move him up and leave an opening, so I wanted to use the bow. Plus, he's already got S rank on axes, also a critical bow. So the bow skill leveling up would not be a bad idea at all, because it makes it, I can leave it to Ross for handling axes physically and using a bow as a longer reach weapon. Because, like I said before, hand axes are weapons that axe-wielding units can use to do ranged attacks, but they still fall under the attack triangle, so they're still considered axes regardless. And they can really put you at a disadvantage if you're using a sword, or if you're against a sword user, or if a sword guy is against you, and vice versa. So, yeah, I just thought a bow because it's pretty neutral. And then I started, as you can see, I started using Anima here for Arthur because, well, wanted to level it up. Why not? Why the freak not? Also, I'm pretty lucky with that damn critical axe guy. The killer axe guy. He could have easily taken me out if he really wanted to. And this is another critical here. I'm thinking about turning off animations now that I think about it. I don't know if there's certain animations that you can or cannot turn off, but I do. In this episode, you do get to see what the assassin's attacks look like and critical. So that's all the new ones shown off. And oh yeah, there's also Ewan also gets a critical as well, so we'll get to see one of those. So yes, I don't believe I need to keep animations on. I like keeping them on when I have when I'm playing leisurely, and also when I'm trying to show off some of the animations here. But I don't know, they do take up a lot of time, and they've already been seen. So I'm thinking about turning them off. Let me know what you guys think, because I don't want to turn them off and then people will be like, oh, where'd all the animations go? I really like them. And I'll be like, oh, sorry. But just so you do know, if I do turn animations off and then it's not to anyone's liking and they don't really like the animations being off and want to see them, unfortunately it'll be for one chapter at the very least, because I record these chapter to chapter. I don't I don't record these chapters part by part, so I don't like record for like 15-20 minutes and then stop and then do it another day. I generally like to finish off these chapters through completely, so that when I move on, I don't have to worry about it. If I was in the middle of a chapter, I can just say, okay, I'm on the next chapter, and let's get going. So yes, and I made a stupid move by making Emily move up. I just said Emily. Amelia. So I decided to take Arthur out to get rid of the halberd guy, because I think as soon as he figured out that Amelia is a horseback unit, he is going to use his halberd on her, and I don't want that happening. Which is why I think I got my weakness in this game is I gotta look more at what enemies have weapon-wise, because freaking there are some times where I walk into enemies with like a lance reavers and shit when I got a lance, I'm like, ah, fuck, because sometimes it doesn't end out very well. Apologize for any cursing there. I don't really know if I don't think it offends anyone, at least not to my knowledge. No one's spoken out or said anything. Oh. So yes, and then do we get a delicious critical? No. We get one soon though, with Gilliam. Like, holy shit. I'm definitely going to be using this Gilliam more often, because he just turned out awesome. And he just needs a little bit more HP, but he's not going to get the max, unfortunately, unless I give him an angelic robe, which I don't know why I would even do that. He's got enough HP as is. I need to give it to more... I need to give it to units that need it more. Damn it. Yeah, because he's only got, what, one level after this, after this recording session. I believe he's at level 19 general. So yeah, it's all good in the hood. So yeah, I think I'll make you in a summoner. Why not? Why not? Give you guys a new thing to look at, because I've seen druids and I really like druids because they, like sages, can use dark magic, anima magic, and stabs, and they're really sweet looking. But summoners I haven't shown off yet, and I don't think we've seen a summoner. So it would be nice and show off a summoner, so why not? Plus, summoners can be very nice in the tactic of distracting enemy units. In fact, that being Ewan being a summoner might make things easier in a later chapter that I'm thinking of right now. Although I really hope it's not the next chapter. Otherwise I could be in a bit of a spot of trouble. Oh man. I'm not all that impressed with Ross's bow critical, in all honesty. It's alright. It's not the greatest though, I'll let you... It's not a secret. It's not a bloody secret. And Jesus Christ, I made a stupid move right here. Oh wait, no, not here. Oh yeah, this is Selena, and she is obviously a mage knight. And luckily, just so you guys know, the bolting actually only hits me once. I'm fortunate that it misses. And Jesus Christ, Pegasus Knights, god damn it.